Why, good morning, real life traders from all around the world. Hope you're doing absolutely sensational. You're getting this market update on Friday morning. Hope you slept well last night. And I want to kind of give you just a quick overview of some stocks that might be gapping and doing something special today so you can kind of keep an eye on what to look at and what to look for. Before I do, let's just hop over to kind of the general market. And yesterday we had a pretty nice little bullish candle on really the whole market, and it wasn't really a surprise in my opinion. If we come into the hourly chart on the DIA and maybe even the SPY, here's the hourly, and we almost did open right above the high of yesterday. Opened right at the open, trapping everyone who went short the last hour of yesterday, and that really is quite a feat, truthfully. Lower volume on the hourly, so I do anticipate at some point a small pullback. And if we get that bounce right there, I think that'll be a very, very viable opportunity overall on the general market. So the DIA looks nice and higher, in my opinion. SPY starting to break out of some resistance. So a small pullback and a bounce would be absolutely sensational. John Higgins is in a bull put spread, and I also did analysis on a 196, 195 February week 5 bull put spread as well on SPY. And our QQQ bull put spread will likely expire next week. No problem. No harm, no foul. 98, 97 bull put spread on the Qs. So overall, as far as the market's concerned, I think that we're going to probably continue a little bit higher today and Friday. If we do get a pullback, I think it's entirely expected. A small pullback and a bounce would be great. But overall, ladies and gentlemen, it's actually quite, I don't know if it's scary, concerning, or makes me happy that we started calling these rotations kind of back in this level, right? Here was the retest. Here's the retest again. And right about in here, we started saying that this is some type of congestion phase. And we've gotten 3 or 4 bounces on this level, and we've stayed bullish the whole time, either bullish to non-directionally bullish, at least on the general market. So interesting to see. Apple, looking for Apple to close above 120.67 today, potentially. If we stay below 120.67 and stay above 118 and we continue to form this little pennant pattern, and next week we close above there, that's really, really fascinating to me. Here's your exponential moving averages on Apple, and they're going up, right? They have a really nice angle. We have great volume. We have a 116, 115 bull put spread expiring today, and also we set up the other day 114, 113 February week 5 bull put spread for 14 cents. So again, going to be keeping an eye on this one as the time progresses over on Apple, but we're making higher highs and higher lows, ladies and gentlemen. It does appear to be more bullish than bearish. Amazon's triggering nicely. We had a trigger where waited about 2 days on this one, triggered bullish yesterday at 368.17, and this is kind of a drawing of my expected wave rotation on Amazon. So we'll be patient, as it likely could trade sideways, get some selling candles, and ultimate target about 407 and some change. Okay, so let's hop over to Twitter. A lot of chat about Twitter today, and here is Twitter's after hours at the moment. Twitter right now is down just a tad, and after hours, well, it was down just a tad. Right now it's at $45. So let's kind of talk about what I'm looking for on Twitter. So I did think it was going to gap down, but as you guys know, I've been pretty clear that I think it's going to be 50-50 realistically, my earnings. That's really kind of my thoughts. I'm 50-50 overall. Twitter, so we got a little bit of a white candle at the last hour of the day, which was a little bit of a buying pressure, but we really did gap up and get a lot of selling pressure today. If we clear 44.52, or we kind of open around 45, that'll be a pretty bullish gap, in my opinion, on Twitter. What I would like to see is a big, nice pop, a retest, and then start buying it on the retest because the hourly candle is white. So it will be a little bit of a retest, but it will probably retest pretty quickly. So you might have a limit order maybe out to see if you can buy the bounce down this level, because it's going to be, if we gap and we really clear 45, I think Twitter is going to move quite substantially. Long-term moving averages, we'd be gapping above them and trapping any of the people who went short or sold today on Twitter. GoPro, after hours. So again, it's going to be interesting to see how it opens specifically, but GoPro is at 46.05. So my analysis on GoPro is if we gap down below 45 at open and above 40, AKA, 37.57. It's going to be a really, really strong gap and go, a perfect gap and go actually. So I'm really keeping a close eye. See if we do in fact open below 45. We would take out this pivot. We'd trap anyone who went bullish today. This looks almost like a picture perfect gap and go to me. Well, it is a picture perfect gap and go. And then 37.57 will be the ultimate target. And if we trade down to there, we'll see if we bounce, because that really could be kind of buyable overall on that particular chart, and it'll be interesting to see how in fact it plays out. Let's look at one more, AXL. This is the one that Zane was looking at, and this is American Axle and Manufacturing, and this is a pretty interesting bullish trend right here. So if we do gap down, the fact that we had a black candle yesterday, it'll probably be a nice little retest gap, but it'll probably get bought, truthfully, because this is a strong trend. Here's your exponential moving averages. We really haven't even hit the 50 yet at all on this trend. So if we do gap down to approximately 23.49, somewhere in that general range, I think that's actually viable. But here's really your support. Unless we clear out that pivot, unless we clear the 22 price range, I think AXL will probably, if it does gap down, will get bought. And if it gaps up above 25.83, that'll be a pretty strong gap on AXL. One to keep your eyes on. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for watching the Real Life Stock Review. And I do appreciate the warm texts and emails and support and love, and the Twitters and the Facebooks that I'm getting for you guys. I really, really do appreciate your energy and your support and your momentum and your motivation. Thank you, guys. Real Life Trading, we're here to enact a simple mission. The mission of our company is to enrich lives. So thank you so much for helping and being part of that mission. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll be flying back to Nashville Saturday morning after later this afternoon. And Friday, I hop down to San Jose and hang out with some real life traders down there at Richard Karasik's house and have a good time. So that's going to be a great time Friday, and then Saturday morning back to Nashville and back to Music City. Ladies and gentlemen, have a phenomenal Friday. I'll see you guys later. And until then, remember, love life, live life, and trade it. See you.